What is up, guys? EJ here, aka PuckBond007, and welcome to the Movie Reviewers 100, this great collaboration channel on YouTube and Facebook that I'm proud to be a part of. So this week is Nicolas Cage week. Nicolas Cage, great actor. Yeah, very versatile. Can do comedy, action, drama. There's no role that Nicolas Cage won't take. Sometimes you get the crazy Nicolas Cage, which is always fun too. But overall, he's just, I've always liked him in lots of things that he's done over the years. And one of my favorite films that he appears in is the film I'm going to talk about today, and that is The Rock from 1996, Criterion Collection, number 108. I absolutely love this movie. It's my one of my all-time favorite action films in my top 10 action movies. Yeah, The Rock, produced by Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, and of course directed by Michael Bay, starring Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, and Ed Harris. Ed Harris plays General Hummel, leader of sort of Black Ops commandos over the years. He's led men into battle in like Black Ops missions, sort of off the book missions over the years, and he's sort of pissed off at the American government for leaving these guys behind, not compensating the families of the dead soldiers. So he decides to take matters into his own hands. He steals a bunch of VX gas rockets, 15 rockets laced with this horrible gas in green balls, pearls, and then of course he breaks into Alcatraz prison, The Rock, in the middle of San Francisco Bay, where he takes hold of a bunch of tourists, 81 tourists, and then he holds the American government for ransom. He's going to release the rockets into the San Francisco city, Bay Area, and that's sort of the jumping off point for this really fun action movie. It's a complete blast from beginning to end. It's got great pacing. There's not really a dull moment. Nicolas Cage plays Dr. Stanley Goodspeed, a FBI chemical weapons specialist. He's brought on board by his superiors and the guys handling the situation, because they need his expertise with the VX gas. And then of course the big thing is pulling Sean Connery's character, John Mason, out of prison. He's a former SAS operative who's been imprisoned and sort of left for dead for the last 30 years. He doesn't exist according to the British or the Americans. He of course is very skeptical once he's brought out of prison that the guy who put him there, Womack, I forget the actor's name who plays that guy. Yeah, he's very suspicious of him and doesn't believe that if he helps out these guys in this situation on the Rock, that they're going to let him go free, etc. And then of course he and Nicolas Cage are going to be teamed up with this SEAL team to make an attack on the island, creep into the island through the cistern, the underground sewer system and all that kind of stuff, and save the day basically. And from there it's just a really badass fun action movie. I love this movie so much because Sean Connery is my favorite actor, and James Bond is sort of my hero, and obviously Sean Connery is my favorite Bond. And Sean Connery's character in this film is basically James Bond aged 60, 70 years old. This is 30 years on from his sort of glory years as Bond himself, and he's basically playing James Bond age 70. That's my feeling on Sean Connery's character in this film. Nicolas Cage is really fun as the chemical weapons specialist. He's got a girlfriend who's just become pregnant. She flies out to San Francisco, unfortunately, even though there's a threat of this gas being released into the city. So many great character actors in this film. Ed Harris, well, he's not really a character actor. He's one of the major stars of this movie. Great as well. But so many great actors. We've got David Morse, John Spencer, William Forsythe, Michael Biehn. Yeah, there's a whole host of great characters and great actors playing all these roles. I love all the stuff with the sort of situation room. All these action movies that sort of took place in the 80s and 90s that have like hostage situations, like Under Siege and Die Hard. There's always like a situation room, and like Hummel's on the phone giving his demands, and there's all these generals and officials around the table discussing what they're gonna do. I always love those scenes in these movies, and this film is no different. So many great moments. Of course, you have when they first get into the rock, and then they come up through the shower system, and then they get surrounded by all the Marines, and then there's that gunfight. They all get killed, and the only two remaining survivors are, of course, Mason and Goodspeed, and they have to go alone. And then I also love the scene in the when they've been captured after they've been fighting for a while. They've been captured, and they're in the cells. They've been locked up in the cell blocks, and Goodspeed is like ranting on, and then he asks John, like, how the hell did you get out of your cell? Because it could be useful information at that point. And Mason's like swinging the bed sheets with the thing on it to open the cell. That's a really great moment. The ending is great. When Goodspeed has that fight with the crazy captain, and then he stuffs one of the green balls into his mouth, and then he lights the green flares to call off the bombers, the F-15s, whatever, with the thermite plasma from blowing up the island and killing everybody, of course. Yeah, it's a really fun, really cool, great action movie. The Rock, one of the best of all time in my opinion. Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, Ed Harris, and a whole host of really good actors. Yeah, The Rock, definitely one of my favorites of all time. And that is my pick for Nicolas Cage week. So make sure you watch the guys' videos this week. Hopefully this won't be the only one. And Scott said he was going to do a video. He said he might do something a little different, so we'll see. But thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.